This is the Math 093 Midterm Review. Number 1. A pool table made by Brunswick Billiards comes in 3 sizes of playing area: 55 inches by 100 inches, 46 inches by 89 inches, and 36 inches by 78 inches. Determine the perimeter of each table. So before we start, let's recall that the perimeter is found by adding 2 times the length plus 2 times the width. So table 1, the perimeter is going to be 2 times 55 plus 2 times 100. 2 times 55 is 110, and 2 times 100 is 200. So the perimeter of the first one will be 310 inches. For the second one, we have 2 times 46 plus 2 times 89. 2 times 46 is 92, plus 2 times 89 is 178. Adding these up gives a perimeter of 270 inches. Table 3 was 36 by 78. So we have 2 times 36 plus 2 times 78. 2 times 36 is 72, and 2 times 78 is 156. This gives a perimeter of 228 inches for the third table. Part B. By how much does the area of the largest table exceed the area of the smallest table? Well, the largest table was 55 by 100, and we find area by multiplying. 55 times 100 is 5,500. The smallest table was 36 by 78. 36 times 78 is 2,808. To find how much area the largest exceeded the smallest, we'll subtract these. So the larger one was 2,692 square inches larger. Number 2. A family budgeted $7,825 for food and clothing and $2,860 for entertainment during 1 year. The yearly income of the family was $38,283. How much of this income remained after the 2 expenses? Well, we started with $38,283, and we've spent $7,825 for food and clothing. This leaves $30,458. We've also have $2,860 for entertainment. This leaves $27,598 after these 2 expenses. Part B. If the family wants to save $4,920 for a vacation in 2 years, how much should they save per month? Well, we know how much we want to save, and we're going to break this into per month. Since there are 24 months in 2 years, we'll divide by 24. This gives us $205 per month that they should save. Number 3. The Ford Fusion SE retails at $23,700 and gets an average of 28 miles per gallon. The Ford Fusion SE Hybrid retails at $27,200 and gets an average of 47 miles per gallon. Part A. How many more miles would the hybrid travel on 12 gallons of gas? Well, if 1 gallon gives us 28 miles, 2 gallons will give us another 28, 3 gallons, another 28, and so on. So we're going to multiply 28 miles per gallon times 12 gallons of gas gives us that the regular car will go 336 miles. The hybrid gets 47 miles per gallon, and once again we have 12 gallons. This leaves us with 564 miles. We want to know how many more miles the hybrid will go, so 564 minus 336. So it will go an extra 228 miles. Part B. How many fewer gallons would the hybrid require to travel 400 miles? Well, this way we're going to divide. We're going to break up our 400 miles into 28-mile segments to determine out how much gas we actually are going to use. So 400 divided by 28 gives us roughly 14.286. The hybrid gets 47 miles per gallon, so dividing by 47 gives us roughly 8.511. Subtracting these gives that we would use a 5.775 fewer gallons of gas. Number 4. Mark drives a car at 55 miles per hour. Beth drives her car at 70 miles per hour. How many more miles did Beth drive than Mark in 3 hours? Well, let's start with Mark. Mark drove 55 miles in 1 hour, another 55 in the second hour, and then another 55 in the third hour. So for Mark, 55 times 3 hours gives us that he drove a total of 165 miles. Beth drove 70 miles the first hour, another 70 the second, and another 70 the third. This gives us 210 miles. Subtracting these will tell us how many more miles Beth drove than Mark. So 210 minus 165 gives us that she drove an extra 45 miles. Part B. How long will it take Mark to drive 275 miles? Well, we have a big thing, 275, and we're going to break it into 55-mile segments, since each 55 miles is 1 hour. So we'll divide by 55. And this gives us that it will take him 5 hours to drive 275 miles. Number 5. The Boston Humane Society recently hosted its annual Pie and Ice Cream Social. Each of the 93 pies donated was cut into 6 pieces. At the end of the evening, 382 pieces of pie had been sold. How many pies had been sold and how many were left over? And we want to do these as mixed numbers. Well, we know 382 pieces were sold, and each one of these is broken into 6 pieces. So the question is, how many times can 6 go into 382? Well, 6 goes into 38 6 times. 6 times 6 is 36. Subtracting leaves us with 2, and bring down the 2. 6 can go into 22 3 times. 3 times 6 is 18. Subtracting gives 4. So this is 63 and 4/6. Since 4 and 6 have a 2 in common, this is also 63 and 2/3. So how many were left over? Well, we know a total of 93 pies started, subtracting how many were sold. We will need to borrow here, so I'm going to rewrite 93 as 92 and 3/3. Since 3/3 is just 1, and 92 plus 1 is 93. 92 minus 63 is 9, and then 3 minus 2 would be 1, since the denominators are the same. So 9 1/3 pies are left over.